He was a man of strong values. He was a non-believer for formal religion, and yet he was a traditionalist as far as we would get together for holidays at their house. He would bounce us on his knee, and we would beg him to do it, and he would sing a song, and you'd probably be better at translating it, but it went something like this: Oida dish, hop a fish, and sort of repeated that over and over. Oida dish, hop a fish. And he'd bounce us and we'd laugh. And I don't think we knew the meaning of it, but he was kind of famous for that. His wife, my grandma Polly, Pearl Weiss, was the typical Jewish grandmother. And Joe, later on in life, after we lost Polly, came to live in our home. And my brother Jonathan, the youngest, gave up his bedroom for Grandpa Joe and was transferred to another part of the house. And it really became a very sweet time for him because my grandma Polly wore her emotions on her sleeve. She was really a born actress, although never on stage. And she was always in Yiddish and in English, just flittering about, making sure everybody was fed and happy and everything else. And Joe was more quiet and certainly approachable and warm. But when he came into our house, which was very freilich, he became involved in all the activities, us going to prom, graduation, friends coming in and out. And I remember one time I decided to take him to a movie, and he was hard of hearing. So I decided a perfect movie would be Mel Brooks' silent movie, because it was all subtitles and he wouldn't need to hear anything. But being the Jewish mother that I am, felt protective of him during the previews. I thought he might be confused because there were no subtitles, and I told him there would be. So I had to whisper to him loudly, "Grandpa, this isn't the movie, don't worry." And he looked at me and he says, "I'm not blind in the eyes." So that was him. He didn't mince words, and he was very warm and funny. And we got to know him more of his personality once he lived with us. It was a very, very sweet time. And we also saw the value of embracing the elderly people in your family and not farming them off somewhere, rather to bring them into your home and take care of them like we did until he passed away. And what I said before, when he wasn't very traditional, he passed away in August, which was a couple months before my wedding. And he had promised me that he would say the Hamotzi at the wedding. And this was something for him, to say a formal prayer in Hebrew. But he promised me that he would. And I believe I have it on tape somewhere, that he said he would do that and dance with me at the wedding. So he was there in spirit. But it meant very much to me that he would go and say this formal prayer at our wedding. The Yiddish in their home, and sometimes they would speak it when they didn't maybe want us to understand, but then again, it just flowed from them. And I began to understand some of it. I can't speak it really fluently, but I still crave hearing it because it reminds me of those times. It reminds me of my grandparents. And so whenever I have the opportunity to meet someone who still speaks that language and has that beautiful accent, I'm instantly attracted to them. And I want to be with them and kind of soak up everything that they have, because it's like listening to sweet music. I just love it.